Hey folks. I am recording, but it's okay. It's okay. Pizza has arrived. I did my final concert with Madeline today for the Masterclass, and wow. Wow, it was huge. There's so much that came through, and there was so much that was kind of, it's almost like, it's just the way evolution works. It's like these layers of realization come up to the surface and then they go deeper, and then you come up to the surface and then you go deeper. It's like this kind of enfolding of wisdom that happens on all levels of our body. So, like for example, I've had this sense, like I started playing today. So I played last in the concert, and as I started playing, I felt myself go into a little bit of performance mode. I've been super relaxed and really just felt like with the Masterclass participants, I've really felt just like I was finding a whole new level of ability to breathe into the music, to only come from a place of sharing and giving and generosity. And today, there was just a much larger number of people watching. It was a concert as opposed to a lesson, and so I felt myself kind of go into this performance mode a little bit. Which, if you're new to my videos, performance mode is not a positive thing. It's a way that I think of being in a place of kind of tension and hoping for a result from the performance, as opposed to being in discovery mode, which is literally letting every moment, allowing myself to discover the music in every moment, to discover what's happening emotionally in every moment. So when I felt that tension kind of creep in, I felt myself, the new thing, and the thing that this Masterclass has really been transformative for me in this regard, is that I felt myself able to let it come up and then breathe down through it. It was almost like I could metabolize the pattern, this pattern that's inside me, that's been there for a long time, and that I'm really feeling that I've just felt. It's like an impediment. It's like a restriction that I'm trying to break through. I felt myself breathing into it, making it okay, and then continuing. And it was like so as I played, like I said, whereas for the last, a good 4 out of the last 6 weeks, I've just felt perfectly comfortable playing for the class. I felt this thing come up, but it was like I could breathe my way back to that place of ease and generosity, and then something would come up, and then I would breathe my way through it, and it was just that represents real progress for me. That represents a sense of gaining control over that dynamic, over that pattern. And in the conversation after the class, after the general kind of audience had departed the call, and we were just left with ourselves as the class and the performers, Yukimi, the other pianist on the concert, who played beautifully, she mentioned something about this culture of celebrity and how any musician kind of gets compared to these A-list performers, and these A-list musicians are kind of considered, they're almost like, they're celebrities. They're like a form of, we expect them to be perfect. And she was pointing out, so many people don't even know what goes on in that kind of a person's life, or what it takes to do what they're doing, or what it takes to do what we're doing necessarily. And what came through for me, because I think on some level that's really true. And even in my own experience, I have this sense sometimes of, what I put together today was, I have this sense of wanting to create a performance that's perfect in the way that like a celebrity performer's performance seems perfect. And when I do that, I have to diminish what I'm doing. It's like I have to say I'm larger than this because I master this, not in a kind of embracing way, but in a kind of like in a way that makes where it's almost like I want to dominate my own material. It's like I want to dominate my own expression in a way. And letting go of that desire to dominate myself, that's I feel like that's the knife edge that I'm walking on right now, is like, can I let go of that pattern? Because that pattern is ultimately obviously all about ego. It's all about receiving something. It's about, what do I think, how am I coming across, what are they thinking of me? It's not about what is coming through me in this moment. What is this audience here to receive? The basic goodness of everyone in the audience, and why they are taking time out of their day to either go and attend a live performance or to log on to one. What is that heart space that every audience member is opening into, and is making that they're coming from. And ultimately coming from, I think audiences, we all get, as audiences, we all get seduced. We all can get seduced. We're all susceptible to being seduced by the culture of celebrity, and kind of having, putting people almost outside of the realm of our own understanding. And when we realize that that's never the case, everybody's a human being. Every performance contains that humanity. And when I can really feel myself breathing into that, and letting the pattern comes up, but then I can go, no, it's not about that. It's about breathing into this. It's about receiving. There's something that has occurred to me over and over the last few days, which is that anytime I touch the piano, this isn't me doing something. Information as well as expressive information. So I'm not here to do something to the piano and make it do my bidding. I'm here to receive something from the piano. In the same way that I show up to this post, maybe with no idea what I'm going to say, and I am spoken by the space, the piano is played by the space. I'm not playing the piano even. I'm allowing it to be played through me. So I'm receiving even as I do the thing of the actual playing. what's happening here is coming in, and it's for me to receive as much as it is anything else. That gives me a new life. That gives me a new sense of what I'm. It's like it awakens in me the part of myself that already knows that I have everything I need, that there's nothing to strive for, and that everything that happens here is perfect and is here to serve me. It reminds me of that even when I get myself in situations where I feel like I have something to prove, or I feel like I have an effect that I want to create, and I get tense about it. No. This instrument is speaking to me. It's telling me everything I need to know. That's a beautiful thing. Thanks for listening, folks. As always, you're such a huge part of my journey right now. What I'm receiving and discovering, and these changes that are happening to me, it's your presence is a huge part of that. So I just can't tell you enough how much I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you, well, tomorrow probably. Have a great day. Much love.